Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing great and having a great day. I'm trying to get situated here. I'd like to do a reading for you today. I have these cards that were a gift to me, and I'm not sure if anybody knows who they're by. I have no clue, and I've Google imaged them and everything, and I can't seem to come up with anything. So, but the images are phenomenal, and they really speak to me, and I can read them very well. So I thought this is something I started a couple years ago, and during this last Mercury retrograde, I was rethinking some of the things that I'd like to do, and one of them is start doing some tarot readings and, of course, the astrology readings. So I thought I would go ahead, and today, after the equinox yesterday, I thought, well, we're going to start moving into some of these things that I'd like to, start doing. Now, there's my cat in the background. I think you just saw her. Her name is I-95. I found her as a little baby kitten, so I'm glad that she's here making an appearance for everyone. Anyway, I'm going to start with Aries, you gorgeous rams, and I'm going to pull from the deck and see what we have coming up. I've already pre-shuffled them, so they are ready, and I'll shuffle in between the signs as we go along. Okay, so the first card that we have for you today, I'm hoping you can see it. There we go. A little better. There we go. So this first card is the Four of Cups. So Aries, watch your tempers. Although you're powerful and mighty, and we all appreciate that and need that energy online, the anger and is not going to really produce what you'd like it to produce. So, watch your anger towards other people and things that they say and do. The softer and kinder you can be will benefit you in your personal relationships. And if I look at this image pretty closely, there's a lot of red, a lot of energy, so people can get hurt. You could hurt yourself, actually. You could stop your own growth and stunt yourself from moving forward by displaying, just raw anger. We have to learn to be strategic with our energy, and although anger exists, and there is a time and a place for anger, at this particular moment, using your anger might come back to bite you. There's a lot of images in here that are really speaking to me, but basically the one thing I'm noticing is a cup with a hole in the bottom. So you're pouring out your energy in the wrong direction. It's supposed to nourish you. Your energy is supposed to nourish you and those around you, and when you're using your energy in anger, it's got a hole in it, and it's spilling all over the place and making a mess, basically, that needs to be cleaned up later. So that's pretty much the last thing we want to do is create messes we got to clean up later. Okay, so that's your first card. And your second card is Logic. It's the Four of Crystals. Beautiful images. There we go. So it's 4 crystals. So basically, when I look at this card, I notice that all 4 elements are in there: earth, wind, fire, and water. So instead of using your anger, if you will invoke the 4 corners of energy, basically, and by that I mean be grounded. That would be your earth element. Be kind and loving. That would be your nurturing. That would be your watery side. Think logically and rationally. That would be your air side. And move with determination, and that would be your fire side. So if you can balance those things, this next month of October, that would be really helpful. And give you some guidance. So now we're going to move on to Taurus. And Taurus, you pulled the actor, the Man of Wands. The Man of Wands. So, are you pulling out these parts of yourself? What parts of yourself are hidden? And what parts of yourself are not being acknowledged? It's interesting, but anybody can wear a mask and appear to be anything that they want to be. But really what lies underneath. So searching for that journey this month will provide you some insight as to who are you underneath. If everything was stripped away from you and you were left naked in the desert, who are you when you're really alone? That's the question. You have no courage. Where is the soaring evil within you? And how do you obtain that essence of self? Okay, Taurus. So your second card is the universe. Very interesting. So the universe, of course, has many gifts. I don't know if you can see all the images. These cards are just like in your face with info. The universe is basically yours. If you can harness, who you are underneath it all, if you can harness that and really acknowledge yourself, even if there's parts of you that you don't like, it's like the story of the lotus. The lotus has to fall in the muckiest of dirt, and it takes all of that dirt to nurture it in order to make it turn into this beautiful lotus flower. So even if you're coming with things that you don't maybe like, maybe when you uncover your actor side and strip all that away and down, and you start resurrecting yourself as a universal being, some of those gifts will start revealing themselves, and you'll see from the dark places how you've grown and how in tune you can really be with the universal law of love. Really. Of course, you are a Taurus, so you know about love. Okay, on to Gemini. Okay, and Gemini, your first card is Strength. What a gorgeous card. It's a lion there in the middle, all these images. When I look at this card, I notice that the angel is coming out of the sky in the upper corner. And there's a butterfly. It speaks to me an awful lot of freedom. I see a lot of freedom. There's a certain strength in knowing your backbone, knowing that yes, you're part animal, but you're also part spirit, and you're always led and guided, and you have a strength about you to follow. I know Geminis to be truth seekers. They're almost like the scientists of the zodiac. They don't really care what the truth is. They just want the truth. So I see you embodying this mighty strength of character to, I wouldn't say overcome maybe, but to persevere through your quest for truth. Okay? To persevere, That's it, right on the head. Persevere with utmost strength that you are divinely guided. And your second card is the Five of Crystals. Another gorgeous card. There. This one also speaks to a lot of the red color is really standing out for me, but there's also the undertones of blue. So I would say Geminis, be careful who you trust. People can be a little hurtful, and they might misunderstand your truth, and might misunderstand where you're coming from this month. But you do have the Strength card as the overall theme, and your clarification is that people might, basically come after you in a not so nice way, clouding your truth with their judgments and their basically they're projecting onto you an awful lot of their dark, hurtful energy, and they don't understand that you're really just there to seek the truth. You're not there to provide anybody with their truth. That's their job. Your job is to find and ascertain the information that is universal truth. That's why you were made a truth seeker. That people might misunderstand you, but you do have all the strength to persevere. You are the lion. You are the king of the jungle. Nobody can take that from you. So this month, just stay focused in that realm that you're the king of the jungle, and your beautiful twin energy can handle anything that's thrown at it. Okay? And you will persevere. So, on to Cancer. And Cancer has, whoa, the Nine of Cups. Look at all the cups in there. Can you see it? It's amazing. Every kind of fruity cocktail drink you can get. So you're coming to some sort of conclusion, some sort of fullness, some sort of sense of nourishment in yourself. That is to say, like you feel like you have gained something. Something belongs to you now that can never be shaken free. You are full with abundance, and you're really ready to complete this mission that you've been sent on. Something is coming to a culmination. In the month of October, it's like you can see the light. You're so full of expectation and so full of promise and so full of fulfillment, and you're just full. You're not overflowing, but you're full. And with that fullness, you're ready to embark on anything that life throws you. You are moving through some heavy-duty energies, but some of them were rather emotional for you and difficult. But there's all these flowers also in this photo, and what I notice is that all flowers require a lot of rain. So after a long period of trying times that caused you a lot of emotional turmoil, maybe, the blossoms are starting to happen. You can see a beautiful path laid out in front of you, and you're about to shake off the rest of whatever was causing you the emotional instances. And that's funny because your next card is the Death card, which I like these pictures. Look how great it is. So you know, most people do things naturally as a death card means somebody's going to die or something like that, but I don't see it like that at all. The death card is basically anything that no longer serves your soul's highest purpose will be eliminated. There is a place for things to die away in our lives. They have to in order to make room for the new things. And when I look at this picture, I see this lonely figure who's rather shadowy with a cloak over him. But behind him is all this red, and below him are all these crystals. And almost like a universe-looking picture, too. So he's coming out of the ashes to be reborn is what I'm getting from this. And coupled with that 9 of Cups card, the heart emotional card is over, the beauty is coming from that now. So we can actually, I see some celebrations, I see some times out of loneliness and feeling like you weren't connected to the bigger picture for everyone else, feeling isolated from everyone else. But I see all that about to change. I see you're coming into your own, and you know that you have supreme guidance, and you've done the work, and you're full of possibilities, and you're going to allow these things to go in your life so that you can welcome all the flowers on your path. All right, Leo. Okay, Leo's card is the Tower. And anything that is not for your highest good must burn away. One of the little tips I would use for this is to wrap yourself in the violet flame. But it's not really totally necessary. I mean, the things that have to go have to go. That's just all there is to it. You know, we get easily attached to things that aren't really good for us, and they derail us off of the lessons that we're here to learn. There are millions of lessons on this earth, but not all of them are meant for us. We get our own personal prescription of sorts of what we're here to work on and experience and see and acknowledge. And this has like a minor bird in it. So too much talking maybe needs to go out of your life. Talking to too many people. Sharing too much of yourself maybe. That has to go because it's distracting you from working on yourself. It's great to talk about yourself, but we all need to be heard and we all need to express, but you're coming to some sudden realization. I don't like to think of it as like some big event, like cataclysmic event or anything like that. I mean, I suppose it could be, but I see the Tower as building something out of ego that needs to come down in order for the spirit to be accessed. Because when we build these giant physical animal bodies and we put all of our time and effort into the animal body, and we forget about the spirit body, sometimes sudden things do need to happen in order to wake us up, shake us up, and go, oh yeah, we're part spirit too, you know. So I see you as a mighty king. Of course, you're a Leo. And the best advice I could give you on this one is just take the plunge. Allow the plunge to happen. Allow the big wave of change to come over you. You have a lot of yellow. You have the sun back there in that card. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. You are the sun. You'll persevere through this, and you'll be better for it, for anything that's being eliminated. So if you lose your job, say, I'm happy to let this job go because I'm welcoming in something that's better for my higher self. If you lose your relationship, I'm letting go of this person because there's somebody better for me. There's a lot of nature in this card too, so maybe as a comfort to you, even though these things are going to be eliminated, you're going to be filled with something better for you. And maybe spending some time at sun gazing in the mornings, or connecting with nature, or just listening to birds, or watering the flowers, um, can take your mind off of the emotions of losing things that we don't really want because we feel attached to. So your next card, of course, I love my Leos. I'm going to just pause for half a second here. Some of the best mothers that I have ever known, and I'm a picky person about how people mother their children. I want all the children mothered very well, all of them, every one of them. Okay, I'm very childlike myself, but um, the Leo moms, man, kudos to the Leo moms out there. You guys, you're tender with your children, you're disciplining with your children, you're kind to them, you're thoughtful of them, you put them first. You are some of the best mothers in the zodiac, and kudos to you because the world needs that volume of love. Every child deserves the sunshine for a mother. So you really embody it, and of course that leads me to your next card, which is, you can see that, it's the children of the world. Children of the world. So there's all these different children depicted in this image, and there's a hot air balloon. Anyway. So, play with your kids. You do that very well. If you're losing things, if things are moving out of your life with this tower, go be a child again. Remember your imagination. You can have anything that your little heart desires, and once these things that come out of your life that don't belong in your life, you have all this room to go back to this more childlike way, and maybe even to be a better mother or to be a better father, or to play again, to enjoy again, um, to allow your high priestess self to be. And most people maybe wouldn't say that the Leo is the embodiment of the high priestess, but they represent the sun. So you're here on high authority. And I don't think there's any higher vibration than children and animals. So do it, Leos. All right, you beautiful Virgos. I'm a Virgo, by the way, with a stellium. I have my Sun, Venus, Mercury, Pluto, and Uranus all in Virgo. Just a little tidbit about me. And yours is the Ten of Crystals. The Ten of Crystals, first thing that comes to me in this image is the pyramid and the diamond shape. So the highest wisdom has been hidden. You're under some sort of delusion about things. It's like if I look through a diamond and I put the diamonds in front of my eyes and I go out in the world and I'm looking around, it's very confusing as to exactly where is what. So something is illusory. It's not really showing itself for what it is. It might be like, oh, this is the dawn of everything bright and abundant, but it might not be. You might actually need to take a closer look and allow the delusions to fall away so that you can see things clearly for exactly what they are. And energetically, you do have that in you. I'm also noticing as I'm looking at this, I just kept staring at it, and not seeing it, but there is a dove about to spread its wings and fly. So maybe it's abandoning the things that caused you delusion, moving them completely out of your way, never to go back to them again. And your second card is Fool Child. So there we go. Letting the delusions go and becoming brand new. Look at the little creepy doll at top. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Love that. Um, okay, so being this is the Zero card, so getting free of everybody grabbing at your heart is what I'm getting at. Everybody tries to have a piece of a Virgo. I mean, we are great servants, and we will drop everything for our friends or our family. We just tend to be like that. But everybody grabbing at you keeps you from your freedom to create something new and fresh. And you've got a big boat with a big sail, and it wants to go, but the heart's holding it back in this image. Oh, and interesting, the Pleiades are in this um, image as well, and there's also a man trying to crawl out of a hole. So, you're coming from this place of delusion. You thought it was this way, but it's really that way. And now you're kind of coming out. Protect your heart. Do something new. Move away from things that have caused you pain, but more than that, reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. Make something new for yourself. All right. Okay, now we're on to Libra. And Libra has the Two of Wands. Oh, magic sticker. So, the Two of Wands basically is talking about purifying yourself. There's a lot of white in this card. Pretty similar message to everybody else, actually. Just burning off the things that no longer serve you. Making sure that you have a clean slate is what I'm getting. Using the violet flame as well can help you to. There's a lotus in there. It's funny because I see the flame and I see the lotus. I see the flame and I see the lotus. It's the beauty. It's your flame. It's within you. You have this purity about you. And since it's a wand card, it is a fire-invoking card. But there's a lot of clouds in this, so it's very airy. Just belongs to you. You look through a dirty window, just came to me. If you look through a dirty window, you don't see things as beautiful as they are. So try to clean up the windows in your life and the way that you view things. Try to understand that you can clean the window and get a much better view. And your next card is the Hermit. Basically, when you stay to yourself, I think that you'll realize that your view on things might have been a little muddy. And by spending time in contemplation, as the hermit would, you can maybe get back to nature, get back to your connectedness, realize what your connections look and feel like for you, so that you can ascertain the messages that are trying to come through to you. You have some beautiful relationships. There's some people that love you a lot. I know from my own experience, I've loved quite a few Libras, and one of them in particular is very special to me. But the world is really at your feet. It's time to delve into your ancient roots. There's some historical things that are in your family that you need to move some energy there. Take the negatives and turn them to a positive. Take the positives and open them up to be abundant for everybody else. So you can kind of work on, I think this next month, invoking your violet flame so that you can sit still and receive the messages. Now, that doesn't mean go in your house and lock the door and sit in your closet for the next month, by any means. It just means invoke the feeling of the hermit. When you need to take a moment to yourself, make sure that you do it. Don't be hard on yourself for taking a lot of time this month, actually, if you feel like you need it. If you come home from work, shut the door, turn off the phone, don't feel like talking to anybody, don't feel like watching TV, you don't feel like tuning into YouTube, you don't feel like doing much, that's okay. Maybe you need a rest. After purifying your thoughts and your view, it might require a rest to have the messages come clearer for you. Okay, and now we're on to Scorpio. I love my Scorpios. I like my little earthy friends. They're a water sign, but they're very earthy to me. And their first card, which is so Scorpionic, is the Surfer. Look at this card. It's gorgeous. Little surfer guy. Look at this horse, though. I was just talking about this card yesterday. Man of Cups. The Surfer card. Well, he's abundant. He has no legs on the back end, but he's got a huge vessel, and it's abundant. A little surfer guy, I don't know if you can see him back there. He's really good at riding the wave. There's a lot of blue in this card, so it's gonna be emotional. It is a Cups card. It's the Man of Cups, so kudos out there to all you Scorpio men who are tuning into some tarot. Out of the parched desert, things still grow. And so you might have felt parched. You might have felt like you had a long journey to get anywhere. There's been some dark and hidden places that didn't look like they were going to bear anything. But yet, these giant irises have popped up. I don't know if you can see them. The irises are coming out of parched ground. So, even when you thought things weren't going to work themselves out or they looked barren, this big wave, which you know how to ride, came through, or I should say is coming through, and is going to show you some sparkly things that don't really make sense how you got there. So, look for the beauty in your life in October. I think they're probably psychological because they are going to be hitting your 12th house. Jupiter's going to be in Libra for the next year in your 12th house. So your treasures might be hidden. They might be a little bit obscure and hard to find, and they might not look like there's anything there, but keep looking anyway. Dive deep. You know how to do this really well, Scorpio. This is who you are. It's very funny how the messages are all on spot with the zodiac signs and actually the embodiment of the energy. I'm really enjoying this. And, of course, your next card. I can't write this down. Your next card is balance. Learning to, have a free mind, but yet stay focused. Learning to burn off the things of the flesh and stay in your soul, but yet nurture your physical self at the same time. Oh, he's in a big diamond down there. Like a diamond deck or something. I don't know. I love this deck. Um, balance. You've got this down pat. If anybody can do this, um, like I said, just when it looks like you're at the end of your rope, it looks like nothing will ever come of anything. Boom! Out pops all this stuff. And your key. I'm not going to tell you to get balanced. Um, I'm going to tell you that you are balanced. You are whole and you are balanced, and everything is divinely timed, and you're the great surfer. If anybody can hold it all together, I do believe that my strong scorpions can do this, and divinely. That's really what's speaking to me. Divinely do it. You're basically holding it all beautifully. You're gonna do this, which is whatever it is, you're doing it. Okay, off to Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, your first card is the Priestess. You are all knowing, my friend. You have all the secrets of the universe. Sagittariuses are really amazing. They have ancient wisdom in them. They love to travel, they love to learn, they love to teach. You know, I see that your ships are coming in. You are kind of just eat up this whole world, you know, like everything that's in it, you just want to go num 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 num. You want to know it, taste it, feel it. It's got a beautiful dolphin in this card and ancient ruins, and it's got the wise owl. So you have all the answers. It's got the moon on top of the man's head, but it's got the world in its eye. You have all the secrets of everything. You master the water, you master the air, you master the fire, you master the earth elements. You are a master. Um, you might want to think about teaching a little bit. That's something that the world needs, and I'm not sure what that is for you individually, but you're a part of this world to bring whatever that is that you have knowledge-wise. And your next card is the Child of Cups. You sweet, soft, playful babies. Emotional creatures we are. But yet you know this, don't you? You know this. And in this month, if you have any little children around you, you will thoroughly enjoy them. If you have babies coming, you will enjoy them. If they're just a kid at the beach playing, you'll enjoy that too. The children's laughter and innocence and their beautiful feelings, um, how genuine and raw and sincere they are. Um, you have knowledge of this, but you have forgotten how to feel young, free, full of possibilities. So if you have forgotten, I'm not saying you have for sure, but if you have forgotten that, go back to your sense of bewilderment and enjoyment. You know, go back to the adventure. Go play this month. It's October. It's going to be a little cooler out. Do something you haven't done since you were a kid. That would be a great exercise. Okay. Now we're on to Capricorn. I have a little baby niece or nephew coming in January. I'm looking forward to our brand new little Capricorn coming into the family. And your card, wow, change. You see all the images in change the earth, build something new. There's Saturn, there's the moon. You got to build it for everybody. Oh, you Capricorn builders, I wish I could just give you all a hug. You know, when I look at this picture, it's so funny. It's so well balanced. It just invokes this huge strength. Sometimes you might even think that you're an alien because you're so strong and you move through things that come against you so easily because you just have this knowing of how to do things, how to make things, how to build things, how to grow things, how to harvest things, how to acknowledge things, how to play well with others, how to use the strength of others as well as your own. I see a lot of circles in this card. I think a lot of you have worked really, 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 really hard. And if you're some of the older generation Capricorns, the Eight of Worlds means you've mastered it all. You've mastered it all. You have built beautiful things. If you're one of the younger ones, get ready because you're going to build the new world. And you're going to build it with everything, everyone in mind. You're not going to leave anything out. And you're not going to leave anybody behind either. You want it all. You want the luxury and the beauty of this abundant world has to offer, and you'll bring it into being. And your next card is Integrity, the Nine of Wands. Now, normally I would say to any other sign if I pulled this card for them to maintain your integrity. But do I have to tell a Capricorn that? Absolutely not. The Capricorns are integrity. Watch those around you, though. You might have a few characters lurking in the background of your life that are wondering how you're building this great temple. Could you see that? It's amazing. They want to know how you do it. They don't know how you do it. The strength, the structure, the discipline, the integrity, the universal law that you stand in. It's just all these very serious things. And other people around you might be a little jealous of that. You're like, how are they doing that? How can they stand so solid against the test of time? And there might be a couple of people walking away from your life. But don't worry, they're not meant to be there. And it's like building a house of bricks and then saying, well, this one wall I'm just going to put straw and mud and hope it's, strong enough to withstand the storm. Well, all three walls will stand, but then the one wall that you tried to do it with something else that wasn't meant to be done with it, then that'll fall. So anything that you try to hang on to for attachment purposes, I know it might even be your bones, it might be your parents, it might be a sibling, it might be your own children. If you try to hang on to things that aren't meant for your path, they will break away. Because you're at the end of your journey. All of your blessings are pouring, pouring, pouring. Your building is, it's almost like putting the finishing touches. You build this big, fat cathedral, and all the windows are in, and all the walls are in, and everything is in. But now you need the food on the table. And now you need the rug by the front door. And now you need the wash towel in the kitchen. And now you need the cooks to fire up the new oven, okay? So everything is built, but it hasn't been used yet. So you're at that just recognizing that everything you built is complete and ready to be used properly. Okay, and the next one is Aquarius. How are you, my beautiful Aquarian friends? Wow. This is really great. Here it is. You ready? You have an abundant future. Look at all the goodies. The universe is yours. And it is. Oh, look at the lovers there. See them? Oh, you're being rewarded, my friends. You've held on for a long time. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Your cup is running over. So this is the difference um, between the Nine of Worlds and the Ten of Worlds. Now everything is just spilling over and over and over. I mean, it's candies, it's treats, it's money, it's the universe. It's Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. Wow, Jupiter is coming in strong for you, Aquarius. He wants to bless you, and he's going to. All of your heart's desires are coming to you now. So this month, get ready to reap the harvest. You've hit the mother lode, my friend. But you've done a lot of hard work for it, and you've held a lot of energy for the ages. And now it's your turn. It's your turn to spill your overabundant cup out for all of your friends and family, everybody that you come in contact with. You'll be so abundant that it will, and love is coming to you. And I feel like Virgos and Aquariuses have had a really hard time with love this past year. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's because we were working on ourselves so deeply that if we weren't already coupled and we weren't already in some sort of union, then it was time to work on ourselves so that we can come back out there with our energy of serving humanity, because that's the one thing that Virgos have in common with Aquarius is we mean everything to be abundant for everyone. We don't like to leave anyone out, and we want to be of service. So let me just tell you, look at these cards. I'm just dying over here. I'm having so much fun with this today. You got the Chariot card, my friend. Where are you going? Look at that. That isn't an Aquarius-looking card. I don't know what is. You are ready for take off. There's your Jupiter again. These are your cards. There's that road. I don't... I mean, look at his eye. He sees everything. He will burn the illusion right off. Nobody better come at him. Oh, but look in there. Is that a crab? That is a crab. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you Aquariuses are, I'm just going to say it, hooking up in love with a Cancer. You've got someplace to go. The Chariot is a Cancerian card, so I'm not surprised that the crab is there. But for some reason, the crab on top of Jupiter with the man with the flowers on his head, you know, it all kind of speaks to me. You're going on this journey. You can burn everything false out of your way. In love. You're doing it from a place of love to be of service, so that you can go be of service. So you can finally do what you're meant to do. You know, Age of Aquarius is finally here. Thank goodness. Okay, we've got one more Pisces, and Pisces card is the Sun. Here is the Pisces. Wow. They are. I love my Pisces friends and family. Look at the butterfly and that sun. Everything is possible. Money, abundance, flower, beauty, love. You guys really are all of that. You give everything. You give everything. You're a piece of all of us, embodied into one. And not only are you everything, hey, I see some love in there for you too in the month of October. I wonder if you're going to find somebody too if you don't have anybody. If you do have somebody, I don't mean to leave out the people that have somebody. If you have somebody, everything is wonderful. You're comfortable. Money is coming. But for those of us that don't have anybody in their life necessarily, on the romantic side of things, I love to see that because I know that they're the ones that are like, oh, I don't have any romance, I need some romance. Um, look down here, there's a fish. There's a little fish. So you're just swimming along merrily and happily, and you're just raining all your positivity out on everybody this month. You're giving of yourself wholeheartedly, and you're blessed. There's actually an orange in this depiction, which is clarifying and cleansing. I know there's a lot of orange in this. There's actually a orange in it. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. Oranges can be clarifying. Keep up your vitamin C this month. The sun's getting a little lower in the hemisphere, so in North America that is, so we're not going to be getting as much sun. So make sure that you take care of yourself and stay vibrant. You know, lots of vitamin C, lots of fresh air, lots of sunshine, lots of freedom. But abundance is coming, and love is coming, and the universe is just raining it all out of you and into you at the same time. I love my Pisces. It's so beautiful. Okay, now the next card, interesting, is fear. I'm going to start at the bottom, actually, of this picture. If you look around here, there's a big fish over there with his mouth open. There's your fish. There's a vessel turned over on its side. There's all these spiky and spiny looking things. It's a little treacherous, right? And in this cup, if you look in this cup, you can't really drink rocks. So it's like it's an emotional fear. But if you look, there's all this light. And there's that wave. You are a water sign. And I also want you to see that there's fish. Right there. Fish. And they're going in the way that the wave is going. So, you're the sun. You don't need to have any fear. You will always be provided for. You will always be cared for. Your cup will always run over. The fears are just the things that you don't want. So when you focus on them, you can bring them. So don't focus on the things that you don't want. Focus on the blessings and the beautiful things that you do want. Focus on having love and affection and wealth and freedom and fun and days in the sun. Don't worry about being cold and lonely and isolated and scared and having a treacherous journey. Anyway, I love to do readings. I do astrology as well. I do some numerology. That was your readings for today. And I'm going to try to do them more often. It's one of my intentions that I set under the full moon. Actually under the new moon, the beginning of this month, was my birthday, and it was a new moon, and I'm excited to bring out some more of my gifts. I've been working very hard behind the scenes, and things are starting to come together, and I'm hearing my messages a lot clearer and clearer, and I hope you enjoyed that today. I hope that was a good reading for you for your month of October. Of course, if you want to get in touch with me, you can always email me at Kerisart, Kerisart, at AOL.com. If you have any questions, my readings are pretty reasonable. Just depends on how in depth we go. I also do some, healing things, some little exercises and little rituals and things to help you clear some energy. So if you have any interest in any of that, of course I'll be speaking more elaborately on that. I'm going to be doing some outdoor videos talking about eating the weeds and getting ourselves healthy. But that was your reading for today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and contact me if you have any questions. And thanks again. It's great to be back.